As tree care professionals in Los Angeles, it's our job to provide education. With rising temperatures and a rising population, keeping our trees alive is more important now than ever. Healthy trees provide clean air, cooling shade, energy efficiency, and healthy, abundant fruit.
It drives us crazy to see all the horrible things that people do to trees, including tree workers and landscapers. In the city, tree failure has less to do with nature and more to do with how we care for and manage our trees.
Life as an urban tree sure ain't easy.
We're here to share with you some of the do's and don'ts of tree care to help you keep our city's trees alive, healthy, and safe.
Let's start at the bottom. Roots not only anchor the tree to the ground, but are also responsible for water and nutrient absorption. Those absorbent roots live in the top 12 inches of the soil and grow where there is access to air and water. So there are many things that interfere with root health. Here's what we see most often. Gravel. Gravel is great for infiltration, but its weight and inability to absorb water compacts soil, making it inhospitable to roots. Gravel also gets really hot, which increases the soil temperature and fries those absorbent roots.
Landscapers and homeowners install grass and other plants in the root zone of trees without acknowledging the cumulative effects on trees. Plantings in the root zone compete for nutrients and water. Another issue we come across is the installation of artificial turf or decomposed granite. Roots cannot grow sufficiently under these surfaces. It's key to note how much soil volume there is available for the trees. Trees need to have enough soil to provide oxygen, water, and nutrients so that they can grow big and strong. If they don't have that sufficient soil volume available, it forces them to grow with surface roots and it decreases the overall tree health, making it harder to manage that tree.
Don't wield your blades unless you know how to make proper pruning cuts.
Many people don't know how to prune trees, so they just hack away. Trees can't grow bark or seal properly over these improper pruning cuts. That's like having an open wound on your body for an entire lifetime. Exposing a tree to this kind of injury leads to pests, diseases, decay, and eventually limb failure.
Topping is the arbitrary and excessive removal of tree branches above a certain height. Don't do it. It'll take years off of your tree's life.
So here's a dirty little secret of the tree care industry. Bad tree workers will intentionally cut a tree in the wrong locations too aggressively to force the tree to put out a lot of new growth really quickly, which means the tree will need to be pruned year after year after year. This makes good income for the tree company, but it shortens the tree's lifespan by weakening it over time and making it more failure prone. Here's a really healthy tree in the background. That tree does not need to be pruned every year. It probably needs to be pruned every 5 years or even less often than that. It saves the homeowner money. It makes the tree healthier, stronger, and less likely to fail. Lion's tailing and over pruning removes a lot of the interior growth from a tree. This reduces the rate of photosynthesis and increases the likelihood of wind damage, sun scald, and other diseases. You might not be able to understand your arborist or tree trimmer at first, but don't get lost in the jargon. Have them explain to you in plain language what they're going to be doing to your tree. And make sure you insist that there's no lion's tailing, no topping, and no over thinning happening. Rather than spending a ton of money on corrective pruning for large mishandled trees, focus on spending a little bit of time and energy on formative pruning for young trees. Formative pruning increases and improves the tree's structure and helps it to grow to a size that's appropriate for its space. It reduces susceptibility to disease and keeps trees looking better, and it's more affordable for the tree owner.
All trees need formative pruning 2 to 3 years after planting. After that, ornamental trees need pruning every few years for maintenance. Fruit trees need pruning 1 to 2 times a year, depending on the species. Healthy trees need clear root zones. This isn't always possible in urban environments, but the more root zone clearance you can provide your tree, the happier it will be. Of course, all of this would be avoided if the right tree was planted in the right place. Here are some things you can do to keep your trees healthy. Maintain woody mulch in the root zone, the area under the tree canopy. Keep your root zones clear of gravel, construction, and plantings. Build your soil biology with compost and mulch, and don't forget to irrigate. Improper irrigation is one of the #1 problems we see.